As Max Mayfield famously observed, preparation through education is less costly than learning through tragedy. We wish our fellow researchers and the entire LaSalle nursing community a pleasant day. I am Lorenz Ann and with me are Nicole Flores, Tanya Gargalicano, Meggae Vien Gordo, and Sheena Mae Huilar from BSN 3A Group 3A. Together, we are the proponents of the study entitled Level of Outbreak Preparedness of Nursing Students Against Emerging and Re-emerging Infections. A number of newly emerging and re-emerging infectious disease outbreaks across the globe have been constantly contributing to significant human suffering, burden, and fatalities for decades. A classic example is the most recent COVID-19 pandemic. Nurses play a significant role in the prevention and management of infectious diseases. It is therefore crucial to be equipped with sufficient knowledge, skills, values, and guidance. Since nursing students will soon be on the front lines, it is imperative to start establishing techniques to handle these circumstances and to enhance student readiness. The purpose of the study is to determine the level of outbreak preparedness of nursing students against emerging and re-emerging infections. Specifically, the study sought to answer the following questions. First, what is the demographic profile of the participants based on age, sex, and section? Number two, what is the level of outbreak preparedness of nursing students for emerging and re-emerging infections in the following areas: clinical, communication, environment, and general preparedness? And lastly, is there a significant difference in the nursing students' level of preparedness for emerging and re-emerging infections in terms of the following when grouped according to profile variables: clinical, communication, environment, and general preparedness?
To discuss the methods of our research, the study utilized a quantitative research design and a descriptive analysis employing a survey method. Since the study involves description and assessment of the level of outbreak preparedness of the nursing students, quantitative responses that express the sample's practices and performance. This approach is ideal for the study because it enables the researchers to fully explore the context of a research problem. So the participants should be a level 4 nursing students from section A to G, enrolled in a private university in Bacolod City during the second semester of academic year 2022 to 2023. The total population is 271. Then raw soft was used to determine the sample size of the given population, resulting in 160 participants. Moreover, the participants were selected using a multi-method probability sampling, specifically the stratified random sampling supported with a simple random sampling. The fishbowl method was utilized in choosing the participants for every stratum or section. So this was done by placing numbers in a container according to the number of students in every section, and then drawing the corresponding number of the students in the same size. The instrument used for all the objectives was a modified questionnaire based on the standardized questionnaire by McKeel, Weller Newton, and Lees of 2022. It consists of two major parts. First, the participants' demographic profile, and second, the level of outbreak preparedness of nursing students against emerging and re-emerging infections. The participants' age, sex, and section established the first part, and the second part of the questionnaire was divided into four scales: the clinical scale, communication scale, environmental scale, and the general preparedness scale. This is to assess the level of preparedness of the nursing students. For the validity testing, the student aid was utilized as an instrument used by the three panel of experts to test for the validity of the modified questionnaire. The panel of evaluators validation ratings were 5, 4.85, and 4.92. Moreover, the reliability testing was done using a Chromebox Alpha. The reliability coefficient score was 0.868, which indicated that the instrument was reliable.
Please refer to the graphic shown in the video for a visual representation of the results of the study. In terms of the demographic profile of the participants, the majority, which is 87.5%, were 22 years old and above, while only 12.5% were 21 years old and below. Additionally, there were more female participants, which is 71.9% compared to male participants, which is 28.1%. Furthermore, the sample was well distributed across different sections, with each section accounting for approximately 14 to 15% of the total sample size. Regarding the preparedness scores for nursing students' level of outbreak preparedness against emerging and re-emerging infections, the results indicate a high level of preparedness across multiple areas. In clinical preparedness, the score is 4.72, demonstrating a very high level of preparedness. Similarly, in communication preparedness, the score is 4.72, indicating another very high level of preparedness. The score for environmental preparedness is 4.66, further highlighting a very high level of preparedness. And finally, in terms of general preparedness, the score is 4.38, signifying a high level of preparedness overall.
In terms of age, both age groups have the same level of preparedness for emerging and re-emerging infections in terms of communication and general preparedness. However, the study found that participants aged 22 years old and above obtained a higher level of preparedness in the clinical and environmental area. The p-values show if there is a significant difference in preparedness levels for emerging infections between the age groups. Regarding the sex, the difference was no significant in the nursing students' level of preparedness for emerging and re-emerging infections in the areas of clinical, communication, environment, and general preparedness when grouped according to sex. The study found that both sexes have the same level of preparedness for emerging and re-emerging infections in terms of clinical, communication, environment, and general preparedness. Lastly, the findings indicate that there was no significant difference in the nursing students' level of preparedness for emerging and re-emerging infections in terms of clinical, communication, and environment, when grouped according to section. However, there is a significant difference in terms of general preparedness. Section F demonstrated a higher level of preparedness for emerging and re-emerging infections in terms of general preparedness compared to other sections.
For the conclusion, results of the study suggest that the nursing students' level of outbreak preparedness was very high in three areas of evaluation, namely clinical, communication, and environment. In the general preparedness area, the nursing students' level of outbreak preparedness was determined to be high. The researchers concluded that the nursing students were extremely well prepared in all areas of evaluation. The research findings further imply the need to take necessary measures in order to maintain a high level of outbreak preparedness as level 4 nursing students or the next generation workforce to face possible outbreaks that may occur in the future. From the findings of the study, the researchers have formulated the following recommendations. University administrators and clinical instructors may collaborate with researchers to develop effective teaching methods and healthcare institutions to provide students with more hands-on training experiences and clinical exposure opportunities. Nursing students may seek out opportunities to engage in hands-on training experiences, who advocate increased clinical exposure opportunities, and actively participate in outbreak response efforts. Future researchers may explore the potential impact of cultural and contextual factors. Moreover, exploring nursing education and training's effectiveness in outbreak preparedness and response, investigating the long-term impact of training on nursing students' careers and the quality of care they provide in outbreak management. The researchers recommend future researchers to further expand the study using larger and more diverse samples and to explore the potential factors that may have influenced the nursing students' level of outbreak preparedness in order to maintain a high level of preparedness as nursing students constitute the next generation workforce.
That concludes the presentation of our study entitled Level of Outbreak Preparedness of Nursing Students Against Emerging and Re-emerging Infections. We hope you gained valuable insights from our presentation. Thank you for watching.